34-point win is the second largest in a conference finals or division finals game after losing game one. Milwaukee has now won its last 3 playoff games, coming off a loss. Back to Mike Wilbon right here with yours truly. What did the Bucks do to Trae Young, and will it continue?
I don't think the Bucks did anything to Trae Young.
Really?
No. The Atlanta Hawks did that to themselves. I mean, we get on Milwaukee when they just sort of go absent, right?
Right.
That's what the Hawks did. And Milwaukee needed that. I mean, let's face it, you and I both thought there was going to be a beatdown last night, and there was a beatdown. Right. That was the most predictable result we're going to get out of this series. I expect the real series to begin tomorrow, Stephen A. Look, they gave more effort and energy and attention to Trae Young. There's no question about that. Okay. But I just negate everything we saw last night because I don't believe last night's result will have anything to do with the rest of this series going forward starting tomorrow.
I don't just negate it. When you get beat down like that, I got to pay attention to that. Especially, Mike, when you listen, I'm not going to get on him for shimmying or whatever because he's earned it. Right. He's been balling. That's the flip side to it, there's trees over there in Milwaukee. Drew Holiday's a big guard. Obviously, Chris Middleton is no shorty. Yes. All right, P.J. Tucker is not a softie. Giannis is Giannis, and Brook Lopez looked relevant. I mean, I can't ignore that.
But you know they don't always play that way, and you know they might not play that way tomorrow night if we're talking about the Bucks.
If they do play that way, what can the Hawks do about it?
Not as much as they'd like to think. Look, it's on Milwaukee, Stephen A. Right. They came out, they flatlined game one. Then they got angry at themselves and probably angry at Atlanta, and they played last night like they're supposed to play. I don't mean the result, 30-plus points. I mean with that kind of effort and attention to detail. We don't know what. The one thing we've learned about Milwaukee over the last 3 years is their consistency is simply not there. I don't know what to expect from them tomorrow.
Yeah, I get all of that, but my flip side is this. I'm looking at Giannis and the level of aggression, and I'm saying Milwaukee said, look, we're big boys. We're the big boys in this series.
That's right.
Take it to the rack. Don't settle for threes. Take it to the hole. Get the high percentage shots and force them to have to make those threes in order to compete with us because we're going to shoot high percentage shots. We're going to make them.
Why do they go absent? Yeah. Why do they go away from everything you just said? Yeah. I don't trust them at all to go back to the formula that was so successful last night. We saw it in the previous series at times against Brooklyn. We saw it in the opening series when they swept. Okay. Stephen A.
I got you.
Can't trust the Bucks.
I understand. Can't trust the Bucks.
No,
but
not yet.
It's side 1-1.
Not yet.
Anyway, I got to move on. The Clippers, remember that? They have never reached an NBA Finals, and if they're going to change that this postseason, they'll need a huge series from star Paul George. Kirk Goldsberry takes a closer look at PG-13 in this edition of Off the Charts.
As we've seen this postseason, Paul George is still one of the best scorers in the league, and if the Suns want to beat the Clippers, they'll need to slow him down. George can score from everywhere, but at 31, he now does the biggest share of his damage out here, beyond the three-point line. He made a staggering 53% of his corner threes this season. He can shoot from every angle, but his numbers get better the closer he gets to the corners. Nobody leaves PG in the corner. Moving inside the arc, George can hit pull-ups and fadeaways in the mid-range. He hit 47.4% of his 213 non-paint twos this year. That's not just way above league average, that's better than his teammate Kawhi Leonard's percentages in these areas.
He'll rise over the top, he got the foul call, he put it in! Paul George, tonight, the man has been rated R.
I just dug into a place that I've been already in my career, come out and lead with the ball club.
George's paint numbers are surprisingly below league average, making just 60% of his shots in the restricted area this season. Kawhi shot 75% here. He may not be Kawhi, but Paul George is still the single most important scorer in this series.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.